Have you ever woken up and felt like something was off? Like the world had shifted, just slightly? Madelyn fell asleep, just for a moment. And when she woke up, the world was empty. Silent. Like life had never been there at all. At least, not human life. The uncertainty of her situation began to take its toll. The worst part of it all, she would soon find out. She wasn't alone. Chapter 3: The Hollow Ones. Madelyn thrashed, yanking her arm away from the freezing grip, but her body felt sluggish, like she was moving through thick water. The darkness around her was suffocating, pressing against her skin like a living thing. Her breath came in short, ragged gasps. She needed to see. Fumbling, she reached into her pocket for her phone. The moment her fingers wrapped around it, she felt it move. Not the phone, something else. Something inside her pocket shifted. A nauseating, writhing sensation skittered against her fingertips, like hundreds of tiny legs scrambling to escape. It was alive. She shrieked, hurling the phone from her pocket, but the moment it hit the floor, the screen flickered to life, casting a dim glow into the suffocating blackness. She wasn't alone. A crowd of figures stood before her, bodies shrouded in murky shadow, surrounding her on all sides. They had no faces, just smooth, featureless heads, tilted slightly as if listening. A choked sob lodged in her throat. They weren't just standing still. They were swaying. Like marionettes held by unseen strings, their heads lolled unnaturally from side to side. A rhythmic, synchronized motion. Then, in perfect unison, they all took a step forward. Madelyn stumbled back. Her heel caught the edge of a stair, and she collapsed onto the steps leading back up to the station's exit. Her palms slapped against the cold tile, and pain shot up her arms. The figures stopped. A long silence stretched between them. Then, from deep within their group, a whisper. "Where do you think you're going?" Her blood turned to ice. One of the figures at the front lurched forward, its faceless head twitching violently, its body convulsing like it was struggling to hold itself together. And then it screamed. A deafening, ear-piercing wail erupted from its non-existent mouth. The other figures joined in, their bodies contorting, shrieks layering over one another until the sound became a horrific symphony of agony. Madelyn bolted. Her feet pounded against the steps as she ran, lungs burning, ears ringing with the echoes of their unholy cries. She didn't look back, she couldn't. She reached the top of the stairs and threw herself against the exit doors, locked. No, no, no. Her fists pounded against the metal, but they didn't budge. Behind her, the wailing stopped. Silence. She turned, her pulse hammering against her ribs. The platform was empty. The faceless figures were gone. Only the flickering lights remained, buzzing softly in the eerie stillness. Her body trembled. Had she imagined it? Had she hit her head when she fell asleep? A soft click echoed through the station. The sound of a door unlocking. Madelyn's breath hitched. Slowly, she turned her head toward the noise. The maintenance door at the end of the platform stood slightly ajar. A dark gap beckoned her inside. And from the shadows within, a voice whispered, her own voice. "Come inside, Madelyn."